With spirits still soaring, San Diego settles in for game 2. On the mound, Ed Whitson, 14-8 during the season, and the leading practitioner of the pound ball. But not about to knuckle under. Lou Whitaker gets a hand as the ball game gets going. Whitson's first pitch is wrapped for a single, and that's not the kind of start the Padres wanted. Soon, more trouble. A man who had 2 hits the day before, Alan Trammell. Next in the order, Kirk Gibson.
Come on, give me the ball you want now. The ball you want.
Whitson's third pitch yields a third hit, and very quickly it's 1-0 Tigers.
Get him out. Who you got up?
You get Hawkins if you want. He's a,
Hawkins, yeah, get him out.
Action in the bullpen, and still action on the bases. Gibson steals second, and then Lance Big Wheel Parrish takes a turn. The runners tag, and Detroit goes up 2-0. Next, Darrell Evans takes a poke, and despite a great Gary Templeton effort, a third run is in. Whitson exits after just 16 pitches, replaced by reliever Andy Hawkins.
Yeah, go ahead and through. Go ahead and through. Hold him right there now. We got a long way to go. Go hard now.
Hawkins holds on, and although Detroit is up by 3, 18-game winner Dan Petrie finds himself in a first-inning jam. The Padres have 2 on, nobody out, and a surprise in the works.
if you want to lay one down, you go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay? Skip it. If you want to lay one down, you're not second fine, but if you want to lay one down, it's fine.
Now, maybe Steve can drop a bunt down here. Never can tell what'll happen here.
All eyes are fixed on Steve Garvey, San Diego's top RBI man. A solid sacrifice, but the skipper intended something else.
That wasn't the type of bunt I wanted. I wanted him to try. I wasn't wanting to sacrifice. I wanted him to try to drop one. He's way back. Yeah.
Even in the series, there's still time to teach.
Steve, were you trying to push it out that way? Okay, because he's way back at third, and there's your slow man, your guy at third. That's all right, good try. We moved 2 up. Let's get these 2 in. We're on our way.
Now the task of driving in a run befalls Greg Nettles. Left fielder Rupert Jones has a running start, but tagging up is speedy Alan Wiggins. The replay clearly shows Wiggins safe at home. And at the end of a busy first inning, it's 3-1 Tigers. In the fourth, Kurt Bavacqua has led off with a single, and 1 out later, he's followed by switch hitter Gary Templeton. This time, Bavacqua's in at third, but it wasn't exactly a smooth ride.
You did. Well, your leg? Your leg? Huh? Huh?
It's all right.
Well, you make sure now.
A little bit.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure you're all right?
Just don't say anything. If it bothers me, I'll tell you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Now, with worries of his own, Dan Petrie looks in to find Bobby Brown, who's playing center in place of the injured Kevin McReynolds. On the play, Bavacqua scores, and the Padres trail by 1. Later in the fifth, San Diego threatens with 1 out and 2 men on. Taking center stage again, Kurt Bavacqua, who only had 80 bats during the year, but he sure has a big job now.
Get it done, Kurt. Right man in the right spot.
pulling a slider instead of a muscle. Babakwa and his 3 RBI performance have brought down the house.
I was just looking for a ball that I could hit hard somewhere. And, you know, fortunate for myself and the ball club, you know, it was just a bad pitch. I know it wasn't the pitch he wanted to throw me. You know, he got it up, and I hit it in the stands.
Time for a standing ovation and the sight of a 2-run lead up in lights. But it's really been a strong supporting role from the bullpen that's kept the Padres in the game. Since coming on in the first, Andy Hawkins has had the Tigers chasing their tails. A swingman during the year, Hawkins has filled the breach, retiring 13 in a row through the 5th, blanking Detroit over 5 1/3 innings of crucial long relief.
I think it's easier. I feel like it's easier when you're the underdog. You know, there's been a lot of things come into play. You play for pride. You know, you play because you want to win and you want to tell these people that they're wrong and that we're better than what they think.
Picking up where Hawkins left off is Craig Lefferts, who's pitched shutout balls since the 7th. And for those efforts, Craig Lefferts needs just one more out for a save. Alan Wiggins has it, and everything's coming up roses for the Padres. The first World Series win for the 16-year-old franchise is something to be celebrated. And from La Jolla to the South Bay, it's time for a little fiesta in San Diego. But the '84 series will soon be moving on. Next stop, Motown.